All right, let's look at the definite integrals as net areas. All right, let's say if you have a graph of a function f that goes goes above and below the x-axis, right? And then we have this region. Say this region has an area 1, and this region has an area 4, and here's the area 5. And if you look at the integral from a to b of this function f of x dx, right? This integral is a net area. That is, if you have a region above the x-axis, the area counts as a positive. So, for example, 1 is going to be has a positive contribution, right? If we go below the x-axis, and for example, area 4 here is going to have a negative contribution, right? Then up here you have a 5, so this is above the x-axis. It has a positive contribution. So if you the value of the definite integral from a to b of f of x dx is going to be 1 plus, right? This is a negative contribution, negative 4 plus positive 5, right? Which is going to be 2. Right, so the value of the definite integral is going to be 2, right, based on this picture. All right, so let's do this problem. This is one of the homework problems. All right, so you have a graph given, so this is a g of x, and then we want to find the integral from 0 to 7 of g of x dx. All right, so we do that. All right, so it's going from 0 to 7, so we're talking about these regions here. So you have in the beginning, it has a triangular region. All right, so what's the area there? So we can easily compute that, right? So 1/2 base times height. Base seems to be 2, height is 4, so 1/2 times 2 times height, so it's going to be 4. And since this is above the x-axis, it counts as a positive here. Right? Then if you look at this region here, it's a semicircular region here. This is actually below the x-axis, which means that it has a negative contribution. Right? So this is going to be 1/2 of the whole circle, and the radius seems to be 2. So 1/2 pi 2 squared. So it's going to be 2 pi. So we have 2 pi, right? All right, then last region is a little triangular region right here. So it's going to be 1/2. Base is 1, height is 1. So 1/2 times 1 times 1. So this is going to be positive 1/2. So let's use the red color just to be consistent. All right, so therefore, this is going to be 4 plus 1/2 is, let's see, 4 plus 1/2, 9 halves. Right, so this is going to be 9 halves. And you have a negative contribution, which is 2 pi. Right, so this is the value of integral from 0 to 7 of g of x dx. Right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.